Hmm.
All right.
So, hi all, welcome to the webinar. And today's topic is mastering email marketing to sell domain names. And our speaker would be Mr. Kehel. And today we will be highlighting the, a bit of technical things and a bit of theory, bit of practical thing, how to send email and best practices to send emails to sell domain names, right? And this is not, we are not talking about complete outbound process tonight. Okay. We will talk about, I think half of the process tonight and rest of the process in next webinar actually. Okay.
Yes.
That will be your complete, email outbounding process. Meanwhile, attendees, you can type your country name in the chat group so that, I, I can make sure you are not sleeping there and you are very much there. Okay. So, Mr. Ayub Kehel, you have taken mrkehel.com. So I have to.
Yes, because I tried to take kehel.com, but the problem is the owner asked me to pay 8,000
Okay.
8,000 K dollar, which
Okay.
is
Okay.
so expensive.
By Mr. Kehel, I always remember mrpremium.com.
Ah, yes. Even I purchased the name before I know this person.
Okay. 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 So, floor is yours. You can start with your magical things, right?
Okay. All right. One moment.
I'm getting country name in the chat box.
I see India. Namaste.
India,
Morocco.
Morocco.
Can you allow the sharing of the screen?
Yeah, sure. I think you are just a moment.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, you are co-host now. You can do so.
All right.
So Morocco, any other country?
Germany. Okay.
I doubt it because that is player one. Anonymous name.
All right. So, shall we start now or wait a bit
Syria.
until the others come?
I think we have some attendees from Egypt also.
Egypt, yes.
Yeah, and
ازيكم
I
يا
can't
جدعان.
guess this is much needed webinar actually. And
Nigeria, okay, nice. All right. There is one
you are
important
from
thing that
Morocco,
I
you live
want.
from Morocco. Now you can start and Kehel, you can talk in a little bit of Arabic as well. And
Okay.
for the Arabic guy, you can ask your question in Arabic and Ayub will answer in Arabic also. No problem in that. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
All
The
right.
floor is yours. You are
Thank you
the
so
boss.
much. All right. This topic is one of the trend topic that everyone talk about is in the domain name industry. Okay, most of the people talk about the technical things, how to send email, how to avoid the spam and everything. This is very important, yes, but for me, the most important thing is that you should firstly find a good domain name and find the perfect buyer. Even if you do this that I will explain right now perfectly, and you have a bad domain name and you don't find the perfect buyer, you will not sell the domain name. This is why we can say that this is the step number 3, not the step number 1, because I see a lot of the audience, from my audience, from Arabic audience, or also from English audience, I see that a lot of these people struggle a lot on technical things, sending email warm up, but they don't give much value to the domain name. So this is why this is a disclaimer. This is very important. You will learn a lot of things today, but the most important thing is you find the perfect buyer. So today we will talk about the cold email mastery. But before we talk about the cold email mastery, let's us firstly talk about what we have learned in the last sessions. Firstly, as I mentioned, we need to find a good domain. If you find a good domain, then you are taking the 15% of the road and taking the 15% of your success. Why? Because if you have a good domain, this means that you will sell it. If you have a bad domain, even if you do all these things perfectly, you will not sell the domain name. Because our products is the domain name. We sell domain name. It means that we need to find a good product. A good product means a good domain name. Then after we find this good domain name, we need to find the perfect buyer. If you find the perfect buyer and you contact this buyer, you just say, hello, I own the domain, he will buy the domain. But before we can find this perfect buyer, we need to contact a lot of perfect buyers so we can check if one of these buyers will purchase the domain. And this is why today we will talk about how to contact the perfect buyer. There is many ways to contact the perfect buyer, and today we will talk about all the method so we can use to contact the perfect buyer, and then we will dig deep inside the email marketing and the cold email. So firstly, how we can contact the buyer. There is many ways to contact the buyer. Firstly, we can fill up the form. We go to their websites, okay? Then we create a simple letter, hi, I own the domain and I want to sell it. And then we fill the contact form. I already make a lot of sales using just contacting form of the website. You can also use this method. You can also contact their Facebook page. If you find their page, you can also send Facebook pages and then you will make sales. I make also some sales in just contacting the Facebook page. You can also contact their Instagram account. Also, you can send them a direct message in Instagram account, then you can make sales. I already also make some sales. You can also contact these people via LinkedIn. You can find the CEO, the owner, the president, or the decisions maker of any company. Then simply you can send them a direct message on LinkedIn, and then you can make sales. Also, you can contact these people via Google Maps application. Some of the companies or some of the businesses allow you to contact them via a direct message in Google Maps. You can also use that to sell the domains, which means there is many ways to contact the buyer. Or also you can direct call the buyer. You can find their number and then you can call them. I don't recommend this, especially if you have never contacted any buyer before. But if you send an email and then you do a direct call, this also can be good to sell your domain. And of course, there is the method that we will talk about it today, which is the direct cold email. Why I say cold email? Because people doesn't know you. This is the first time that you will contact this person, which means it is a cold lead. It is a cold person that he don't know about you. When we say hot email, it means someone already knows you, someone already you have a connection with them, someone they give you his email. But for this case, these people doesn't know us. So this is why we need to show that we are professionals. This is why we need to show that we are a legit person. We are a company. If you are a company, we are just a person that is doing his job and his work. So this means that you need to look professional, so these people can trust you and will not categorize you as a spammer, because people receive a lot of promotions, receive a lot of spams. So this is why you need to be different. How you can be different? It's simply you can use good emails like a free email or professional email. You may ask a question: shall we use a professional email or a normal free email like gmail.com, like yahoo.com? Simply you can use both of them, no problem. Even if you use just the gmail.com, you can make sales. I already still until now making sales using just the email, the free email. So if we need to use a free email, shall we use any email that you have in mind? Of course not. You need to use emails like this: first name, last name .gmail.com, or first name point last name .gmail.com, or if you find it not available, you can use it like this: Mr. first name last name .gmail.com, or simply Mr. point first name point last name .gmail.com. But you need to avoid using emails like this, like first name 123.gmail.com, or like, for example, first name numbers last name .gmail.com, or even first name superstar, or first name Barca, Real Madrid, or everything like this. It doesn't look professional. It looks like you are just a teenager that just trying to do so, or everything like this. So this is why always keep it professional. Then you can put your image, okay? You can then put, if you need, you can put a signature. This is not obligatory to make it, but if you do it, this is good, okay? It will make you, and the buyer will think that you are a professional person. This is when we talk about the normal free Gmail. You can use Gmail, you can use Outlook, you can use Yahoo, you can use Yandex, no problem. But this is very important that you use the first name, the last name, and then you complete gmail.com, yahoo.com, everything like this. If we need to use a professional email, then simply we will use emails like this: first name dot first name last name.com, like for example ayubkihel.com, or also you can use like this: mr.ayubkihel.com, or even you can use also ayub dash or dot kihel.com, like this. But don't use like numbers or hyphens or everything like this. Even you can use the .net, the .org, you can also use it, but try to avoid using like extensions that people doesn't trust, like for example using the .xyz, using the .fun, using the .store, or everything like this, okay? I don't say that this is a bad TLDs, but for email marketing, the servers that we will send email to, okay, these servers trust the .com, the .net, the .org, and everything like this, but they don't trust other TLDs, other extensions, okay? So now where we can create this email professionals, this email professional that finish with the domain name, how and when and where we can buy it? Simply we can use Zoho Mail. It is free. You can also use and create a free professional email using Zoho Mail. You can also use G Suite, which I use personally, okay? It costs, I think, $6 per month. You can also use Microsoft 365, okay? You can use it also. You can use also Namecheap private email, or even if you have a hosting, you can also create an email, a professional email, using your hosting providers. And there is many ways to create a professional email. Just go to Google, type free professional email, or create a professional email with your domain name, and then simply you can find a lot of other providers. For people who are writing in the chat, I don't see the chat until I finish, and then I can reply to you all the questions. Okay, so now we create an email, we create a free Gmail, we create a professional email. Shall we direct send in the email? Shall we, until the date, like for example, we create the email today, shall we start in sending promotional email today? This is what we will reply. But before that, in professional email, if you already use a professional email, you need to add some records. Try to add the DKIM record, try to add the MX record, try to add the DMARC record, okay? Because this will tell to the servers, because there is two ways. There is a server sender, the SMTP sender, which is our server to send, which is like, for example, Gmail or Yahoo or everything. And there is the SMTP receiver, which is the server that will receive the email. This server receiver that he will receive the email, it needs to protect their users. So this is why you need to add the DKIM, the records, the DKIM, the DMARC, the SPF. So this server receiver will trust this email, this professional email, and then they will send it to the buyer. If you don't do that, simply your professional email might be blocked or might be directly going to the spam without any filter. Okay, so now you have added the record if you are using the professional email, but if you don't have a professional email, you can just work with the Gmail. I still use the Gmail until our days, and I still making sales. Okay, so now we will dig to do another part. What is this part? Simply, which is the warming up the email. When I say warming up the email, which means you need to like show to the server that we are using this email normally, just like we are using it for ourselves, without it means that we are not creating this email for marketing purpose. We are just showing to the server that we are using this email just like for personal use. Okay, so how we can warm up the email? There is two ways, which is firstly, the benefits of warming the email is firstly getting trust from the servers. When they will see an email already warmed, they will trust your email. Okay, also they will avoid the spam folder. This is not 100% sure because even the big companies doesn't have the high delivery rate. They don't have 100% sure of sending the email and going directly to the inbox. Okay, also they will avoid getting banned, because if you are sending a lot of emails and this email is not fairly warmed, they will get banned. Okay, and also they will give you a higher delivery rate. When I say higher delivery rate, it means that a lot of your emails will go to the inbox, not to the spam. Okay, lower delivery rate means that a lot of emails go to the spam. Now, how we can warm up the email? There is two ways. There is the free method and there is the paid method. I will talk about both of them. So for the free method of warming up the email, there is many ways. Firstly, you can just use warm up inbox. This is also not this one. Sorry. I think I miss. Okay, so this is the free way, and we will talk about the other way, which is paid. I reversed them. So this is the free method, not the paid method. Okay, just don't take a look on paid tool. Okay, firstly, you just need to send email to your friend and family. Okay, we'll just remove this one moment so people will not get confused. Okay. Okay, this. All right. Okay. So we will talk about how you can warm up your email for free. Firstly, you just need to send email to your friend and family and anyone that you know and ask them to reply back. I don't know. I don't say here that you will just do it one time. You just do it every day. You have to show to the servers that you are sending the email regularly, receive email regularly, and stuff like that. Okay. The second method is contact online stores to get replies. How? Simply, you will go to Google. You just type shoes store, or like, for example, landscaping store or hiking store. Then you will just go and find their email. You take their email and then you send them email like, do you send or do you do delivery to India? Do you have PayPal as a payment method? do you accept payments in cryptocurrency? Okay, these companies will reply to you. They will say to you, no, we don't accept this. Yes, we can send it. You have to pay this and this. And then you will create some conversation between you and them. This conversation that you will create with these stores, it will help you to like warm up your email for free. You just need the replies. Send to a lot of stores. Then any store or any company reply to you, then you will reply back. This is good for warming up the email. You can also use this method, which is subscribe to online newsletters. There is many newsletters in our industry, the domain name industry, in other tools, in the forums. You can also subscribe to the newsletters. The most important is you need to receive emails and then send emails, receive, send, until you get warm up. This is free method that you can also use. And also you can use sending email slowly, which means you start sending email for marketing purpose. You find buyers, you find potential buyers, and then you try to send emails. When you send emails, don't send a lot. Send just not a lot. Like for example, in the first day send just 5, the second day send 10, the other day send 20, and don't send max more than 50 or 100 email per day when the email is not fairly warm up. Okay, you can use all this method. All these methods are good as you can do it for free. And one more important thing, don't use just one email. Try to create many emails. This is why I said I still use the Gmail until today, because I use a lot of Gmail account, which helps me to do outbound without any fear, without any scared or losing the email and everything. Even if Google banned an email or two, I still have a lot of email. My work will not stop. Okay, so this is the free method. This free method is fair that you can just use it and then work without purchasing any kind of other tools. Okay, but if you need to use another tools, which is paid tools, you can also use these tools. There is this tools, which is Warm Up Inbox. This is also warmy.io, which is also good. You can also use snob.io. And this is also, you can also use more tools like go to Google, just type warm up tool and stuff like that. There is one other tool that I forget to mention. I just remember it right now. A website called mails.io. .ai. This is also a good, I will just write it in the chat. This is also free. You can use it. It will automatically warm up your email. When I say warm up the email automatically using some tools, this means these tools will send emails for you, and then they will reply this email for you. It means that you don't have to do nothing. All the work will do with these tools. Okay, this website that I just mentioned now in the chat, which is mails.ai, is also free. You can use it, and then he will do the work for you. He will also warm up your email. But you need also to use the other method that I just mentioned, which is sending emails, receive the money, and everything like that. This might take some time. If you think that it will be faster, if you try to do it like, for example, 10 days, 15 days, even 1 month or 2 months, no problem. But during this time, don't stop. Okay, search for domains, search for buyers, send emails, just like I mentioned, send email to do outbound, but don't send a lot. Sometimes you just need to send to 15% or 100%, and then you will make sales. I already have done many sales like this. You don't need to send to 300, 400% to make sales. So this is why you need to do this. Now, after you do that, after we warm up our email, we warm up the email using like a free way or a professional way. Now, what is the next step? But before start sending email now and talk about everything, do you have any questions about this before I will jump to the other topics? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question actually.
Okay.
See, like, suppose I have 50 domains to sell
Okay.
via outreach.
Mhm.
And suppose that I'm getting, in case of Geo EMD or EMD, I got 100 prospects for every domain, right?
Okay.
I have 50 domains and I got 100 prospects for every domain. Now I want to send email like once a week. Fine.
Mhm.
So how many emails should I have to send them email? Okay. And
Mhm.
how to, warm up these numbers of email at once.
Okay. Okay. So if you want to do outbound for all of these emails in one time, all of these domains in one time, simply we need a lot of emails. Okay. But if you just have just a few emails, then you will finish the domain 1, the domain 2, the domain 3, and stuff like that. But if you want to do warm up for all of these emails, you just need to use this website that I just mentioned, mails.ai, okay, or the other paid tools. You can also use them. These websites will allows you to add many emails to warm up, and then you will save a lot of time. But if you need to do outbound, like for all of these domains, even you try a drip campaign that we will talk about it right now, or simply finish the domain 1 and then you go to the domain 2 and then to the domain 3 and stuff like that. So you need the quantity. If you want to outbound the quantity, you need the quantity of emails and everything. I hope that it's clear. Okay, how long we should warm up the email before sending? I just mentioned right now, you need to do it like 10 days, 15 days, 1 month. Even if you do it 2 months, no problem. But during this time, send emails. Don't wait. Send emails, but slowly. Don't send a lot. Maximum 20, 50 per day. Okay? This 50, 20 per day, it might get you sales.
Okay, tell me
Okay?
one more thing. Like,
Okay.
suppose I have created one email ID today, right?
Mhm.
And I have started warming up that email ID, right?
Okay.
From which day I should start my cold email campaign?
You can use do it in the same day, but don't send a lot. Send like 10 today. You created today. Just send just 10. Okay. Tomorrow 10. After tomorrow 10. And continue like this. And you increase the number step by step, step by step. You know, all these things are just, we can say, just some research that we have made, because the server doesn't give us the data. Okay, doesn't give us the hacks, doesn't give us you have to send like this per day and this number per day. Okay, but during the work that we have made, like in several years, we remark that this website, when you send like 10, 50 per day, it doesn't make you get banned. Okay, should you stop warm up the tool or warm up tool after one? Yes, you can stop warming up the tool, but if you see that your emails doesn't get a lot of opens and a lot of these emails go to the spam, then you need to do the warm up back again. Okay, any questions before we jump to the other part? Okay, no question. Let's continue. So I just mentioned right now, we just do the warm up. We warm up our email. Now the question, shall we start sending emails right now? This is what we will reply right now. Okay. So how to send email? Okay, how we can send email to the buyer? There is 3 ways to send email to the buyer. Now we are talking about the cold email. The first way is the manual sending, which is the perfect way to send email, because the higher delivery rate, because you send it manual without any API, without any SMTP like this, or without any tool. Okay, there is the bulk sending, which is I don't recommend, which means that you send email to 100,000 people or 20,000 or 1 million people. There is some SMTP senders that send 1 million per one time. Okay, I don't recommend this. Okay, and also there is the automated okay, there is the automated way, which is like we say drip campaign. There is many ways that I will explain to you how you can do it. Okay, so now we will talk about, I just need to remove this. Okay, like this. Okay, and now we are talking about the manual sending. Manual sending, which means that you create an email and then you send it directly to the buyer. Okay, so manual sending, when you are doing, don't send more than 100 per email, 100 email per day. Don't send more than that, especially at the beginning. When I say 100 email per day, I don't talk about the first day. I don't talk about the first week. Here I talk about the email already warmed. Okay, already warmed. Don't send more than 100%, because sometimes when you try to send email, Google will send you some notification. They will say to you, you have reached the maximum limit of sending email. This is why I don't recommend that you send more than 100 email per day. Also, don't send max more than 200 email per day after getting warm. Okay, if your email gets already warm up, don't send more than 200. Why 200? Because simply you will always keep the reputation of your email. You will always keep your email not getting banned, because even you can send like 500, no problem, but sometimes your email gets banned. But when you are sending 200 email per day, you are always in the safe zone. Okay, you are in the safe zone and you don't need to worry about sending email. Okay, also when you are sending email, use email trackers. I said here, email sending manually, not using automated. Use email trackers. Why? Because when you are using email trackers, this means you will track if this person already open your email, this person doesn't open your email, this person open your email a lot, which means might be interested. And there is some tools that you can use to track your email, which is like, for example, mailtrack.io, email tracker.website, snov.io, and there is some or other tools that you can use to track your email. Simply go to Google and write email tracker, and then simply you can find a lot of email tracker that you can use to track your email. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And now I'm talking about the bulk sending, which is I don't recommend sending the bulk email, simply because you will get banned. Okay, sending email in one time, like sending 100 per email per one time, or 200 email per one time, or 2,000 or 2 million. I don't recommend this. Okay, because you might get blocked, or you might get banned even from the servers or everything like this. So I don't recommend doing this practice. Why I mentioned this because simply I want to share with you all the methods that you can use. And there is the automated sending, okay, which is you can use a drip campaign. Okay, you can use a drip campaign that you will just set up this drip campaign, and then this drip campaign will send the emails to you. It will, like, for example, put the first email, the second email, the follow-up, and everything like this. The drip campaign, you can use Hanser.io, which is free. You can use Brevo, which is also free, but don't do it a lot because sometimes you will get banned. But for the first one, Hanser.io, it has no problem. I still use it until our day, and it works perfectly. Okay, you can use Snov.io, which is paid. You can use Apollo.io, it is also good. You can also use Mailtrack. There is also many tools. Just go to Google, type automated drip campaign or send emails, drip campaign, or email marketing tools, it will show you a lot of tools that you can use. You might be the first one to discover a tool or two, so you can also use it, and then it will work with no problem. There is one important thing that you need to do it before sending the email, which is very important, and also it will keep the reputation of your email, which is you have to validate your email. I'm talking about validating the emails that you find. Like, for example, you find 200 emails that you find when you are searching for the buyers. You find 200 emails. These 200 emails or the emails might be not working, okay? This is why you need to validate your email to check if these emails are working or not. Because if you send emails to non-working websites, it gets bounced, and the bounced you will get a message back saying to you this email is not working. When you are receiving a lot of emails, like for example, this email is not found, this email is not working, this might reduce the repetition of your email. And also, when you receive this email like this, also when you receive a lot of emails, the servers or the providers of the email might block you. They say to you, you are just doing the cold email, you are sending the spam and everything like this. So this is why you need to validate the emails that you need to find. Always send emails to valid emails, not to non-working emails. Just go to Google, type email validator. You will find a lot of websites. Some of them are paid, and even these paid website, they will give you free credits. These free credits are enough to validate your email, and then you can work without any problem. Now, we already explained how you can warm up your email. We explained how you can send emails using the free ways and the paid ways. I explained the method of sending emails, which is the manual sending, and also the bulk sending, and also the automated sending. Now we are talking about the strategy that you can use so you can send emails to the buyers. So the strategy is simply like this. You just need to send the first email, then send the first follow-up after 2 to 3 days, because the real money is on the follow-up. A lot of people might read your email in the first time, but they will not buy, simply because they are busy, sometimes because they forget, sometimes because they were on the bus and they want to reply and then they go back to home. Sometimes they are on the table with the family and they want to reply and they forget. So this is why you always need to send the follow-up. When you are sending the follow-up simply will make you and give you sales. Okay, I already make a lot of sales just by doing the follow-up. So the first follow-up after 2 to 3 days, second follow-up after 2 to 3 days, third follow-up after 2 to 3 days, and you continue like this. As soon as, always do it like 2-3 days. You might send even like 5 follow-ups. It's enough for me. I don't send more than 5 follow-ups. Okay, so you can do it like I do, or even you can do it like you want. You can send even more follow-ups. You might make some sales. Okay, so this is the strategy. Now we are talking about the day to send. What is the best day to send emails? Okay, so firstly, it is Tuesday, because people are getting motivated. Okay, you can also send on Wednesday, you can send on Thursday, or even you can send on Saturday, Friday, Sunday. But for me, don't send on Monday. Why? Because simply people are just getting back to work. They are spending the weekend, they were happy. Okay, on the Monday they are coming back to the office. Some of them are not in the good mood, some of them are angry. So when you send an email to an angry person that he just come back to office, and then you say, hi, I own the domain and I want to sell it, these people, even if he was interested, he might not reply to you, or even he will insult you, or just reply to you, I'm not interested, don't contact me anymore. So this is why I don't recommend sending email on Monday, but I send emails almost every day. Okay, every day, and expect Monday. Okay, so try to avoid Monday. Okay, now do you have any questions? before we jump to talk about what emails to send, do you have any questions?
Yeah, there is one question from Aman. Let me
Okay.
read it for you.
Mhm.
I mean, if I have a list of leads, can I just
Okay.
create a new email and bulk send emails on the same day? I mean, allocating one email address per domain name, or how to do that?
Could you repeat? Where
I
is
mean,
the
can you
question?
read the questions in
Yeah,
the
I
chat
don't see.
box
I don't see it. This
from
is why.
Aman? If I have a list of leads,
Okay. Can you copy paste everyone on the chat? Can you copy paste the question so I can see it?
I'm copy pasting it.
Okay.
Now you can see.
Okay. If I have a list of leads, can I just create a new email? Okay. And bulk send email on the same day. I mean, allocating on the email address per domain. Yeah, but you might get all the email go to spam because bulk sending emails it's not good because even the server that you will use to send email they might block in you because if you need to do this send bulk email on the same day send a lot of email you need to own your own SMTP. Okay, but if you are using other SMTP, other server of other companies, they might block you because simply they will not accept that you do like they call the spam. Okay, but you can do it, but I don't tell you that I don't recommend doing this firstly, and I don't think that all this email will go to the inbox. So
Okay,
you can try it on your behalf if you want.
Ayub, what is bulk email? I mean,
Okay,
in your eyes, what is bulk email? What you
bulk. Okay,
considered as bulk?
okay. Bulk email for me is when you send email to 100% in one time. Direct sending, all the sending in one click. Sending to 1,000 people in one click. But if you are doing like drip campaign, sending an automated way, this is for me not bulk sending. This is
Okay.
a campaign send it with a professional way, not creating 100% or 1,000%, put it in one time and hit send. This is the bulk for me.
Okay, and Aman is again asking like bulk email as when using Mailchimp, Mailchimp or other mail software.
Okay, Mailchimp. I never use Mailchimp for cold email because, as per my knowledge, maybe I'm not sure, but I think Mailchimp is like an autoresponder, just like Aweber, GetResponse, and everything like
Mailchimp is
this.
like Active Campaign. It is like instant
Autoresponder.
reply.
This is what I know. What I'm thinking.
Okay.
They don't allow cold email. So if they allow cold email, then you can send it,
They
no
don't
problem.
allow, I think they allow only opt-in emails actually.
Yes, automated way, like
Yeah, Aman,
uh,
Mailchimp also used to send newsletter. That is good, but they allow you to send newsletter to opt-in email addresses actually.
people give you their email, not we take it from the internet and then send
And
it. I'm
and
not sure. I've never used
one
this.
one question from Rohit. I mean, what is your open through rate?
Sorry, I just have one person calling me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what is what?
What is your email open rate? Open through rate.
Okay, if you are doing the automated drip campaign, then 20% is good. Below 20% is bad. Okay, always more than 20% is very good.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. And what bounce rate you maintain to make your, email or domain reputation? What should be the minimum or, maximum bounce ratio in
Okay.
percentage?
I don't recommend more than 3% for me. More than 3% is bad. Why? Because I'm always validating the email before sending. I don't take all the list and then send without validating. If I send without validating, it might go to 6%, 7%, 10%. But I don't recommend. For me,
Okay.
3% is bad.
Okay. And there's one question from Ahmed, how to outbound multiple domains manually and how to manage that.
Simply, you can use many emails to send. You open in Google Chrome, you can open 7 emails, okay? In the Google Chrome, 7 emails, you can open it. And then each of this tab, you will send email to each domain, okay? After 3 days or 2 days, you will go to the tab that you have sent email to the domain 1, send follow up. The tab of the domain 2, you send follow up, and everything like this. Even you can create multiple sessions on Google Chrome, and then each of these sessions you can open 7 emails and then continue like this. But you need to get concentrated. Sometimes you might miss sending. Sometimes you want to send email to the domain 1 and you finish sending to the email to the domain 2. Okay, you need to get concentrated when you are doing like this. This is why I recommend that you don't try to do outbound to more than 5 domains in one time. Until you finish these 5 domains, you go to another 5 or another 2 and everything like this. Okay.
Okay. There's one question from Jay Gupta. How many times
Okay.
how many maximum times do you try outbounding a particular EMD? It may be Geo Plus service or anything. Okay. And I mean, before you think about dropping it, and how do you plan it?
Okay, you send the first round, like in the first time you do outbound. If domain gets sold, that's perfect. That's we hope. Okay. If the domain was not sold after 3 months, okay, I will try to find some more buyers using some other keywords. Okay, not the same keywords.
Okay.
Another keyword, and also try to look for advertisers, because advertisers that doing advertisement right now might be changed after 3 months. I do outbound. I also search for the people that they already get engagement with you in the first time. You contact them. You mention that you have a discount, and then you will send email. If the domain was sold, that's perfect. If not, another 4 months or 3 months until you do the same thing. Another way, search for more buyers using different keyword. Try to look for advertisers, and then again, if the domain was not sold, you might find until the domain like 1 month before dropping, you will reduce the price, send an email, tell them that the domain is only now for $100, like for example. If the domain gets sold, that's perfect. If the domain, you believe that it has some power, you just list it for like an inbound sale for higher price, and then you keep it. If not, just try to put it on the same marketplace. Like for example, if you purchase this domain in Namecheap, you can list it for $20 in Namecheap. You might sell the domain, you get your money back, and you purchase another domain. If the domain was not sold, then you will drop it simply.
Okay, one question from Rohit. How many times you follow up when buyer responded to your initial email but haven't purchased the domain yet or responding?
Yeah, we got this almost every time. The buyers reply to us, how much, you send the price, you continue following up without any reply. Even if you fix deals with the buyers and the buyer doesn't purchase, it happens. Okay, but in the other side, people purchase the domain without any issue. But for the follow-up, I don't give a specific number, because I never counted, but sometimes you explain about the benefits of the domain. Sometimes you explain about what this person can do with this domain. Sometimes you explain about how he can purchase the domain in safe way. But for me, I don't send more than, I never counted, but I think more than 4 or 5 times in the follow-up. Okay.
And question from someone, how to write different messages to avoid spam. I
Yeah,
think you are gonna
I will
cover
talk
this in
about
next
it.
session, right?
Yeah, I will talk about this.
And Ahmad, for automatic campaigns, what is the best Snow or Smart Lead?
I never used Smart Lead.
Mhm.
Snov was good. I say was. For me, until now, I don't use it. Okay. I use
Okay.
other tools,
Mhm.
but always try to find some tools, that new tools that they are not famous, because
Ah,
tools that are famous, everyone using these tools.
yes.
So this means that the repetition might be low. So where to find new tools? Go to AppSumo. Okay,
Mhm.
go to AppSumo, then you will find some new tools that just people just create these tools and you can use it. You will
Because
find good delivery rates.
yeah, it's a good hack basically because they said they use different kind of IP, new
Yes,
IPs maybe, new server, new location. I mean, and their behavior of their tech infra is also new.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
So we
exactly.
can move to next slides then. Rest
Okay.
of the questions we can take at the end.
Okay, we almost finished, but what I will just mention right now is very important. So now I'm just showing you what to write in the first email. When I say what to write on the first email, I don't want you everyone to take it copy paste. Why? Because if all of us using the same email, all of our messages will go to the spam. Okay? Because the servers will remember this email, and then simply it will say that all these people using the same email, this means all these people will send them to the spam. You can see here that I am writing, I am the owner of the domain name, okay, and I am reaching out to multiple businesses, including yours. What I say here, it's just the goal is to tell to the buyer that I own the domain, okay, and this domain is good. It is a valuable asset for your business. You can write it in different way. Like for example, here I said, hi, I am the owner of the domain. You can say, hi, I own the domain, or hello, the domain is mine. Okay, or here I'm reaching out to multiple businesses. You can use like, I'm contacting you and multiple companies in the industry of this. Okay, and one important thing, don't take, this is very important, don't take the emails of ChatGPT and use it copy paste. All your messages will go to the spam. Why? Simply because ChatGPT is an AI, and the servers of like Outlook, Gmail, Yahoo, and everything, they also use the AI. So the AI know the AI, so it will send your email to the spam. So don't use it. You can take the email from ChatGPT if you want to use ChatGPT, then modify a bit. Okay, modify some phrases, modify some sentences, and then send the email. As you can see, this is the first email, the first letter, first line. The second line here, I say this is an exact match and aligns seamlessly with your business. The goal here is to give some benefits. So here you can also tell more things, like for example, this domain is valuable asset for your brand. This domain can be very good for your to increase the reputation of your brand. Okay, always change the line, always change the uh, this is like we say with the anatomy, okay, the anatomy of the email. If you understand the anatomy of the email, then simply you will write perfect email. Always change the email, and I always show you how you can do uh like we say, a combination between many things. And here, the call to action. Feel free to reach out if you are interested or have any inquiries. Okay. Even here, you can finish it with a question. Please let me know if you are interested. Are you interested in owning on acquiring this domain? Okay. Always finish the email with a question. Okay. So this is the first email. The second email is like this, the follow up. The follow up, always I say here, I trust that the opportunity has pursue my previous email, blah blah and everything. Have you given any consideration to the premium domain? This is here. You just give a reminder, okay, and then you talk about the opportunity. Like for example, you can say, I'm following up to see if you have seen my previous email regarding the domain name. Always mention the domain name. Why? Because people receive a lot of email. And when people receive a lot of email, they might forget you. So this is why you need to, like, for example, mention the domain name so he can remember. Okay. I also here you can write I initiated contact with companies because I have a strong belief that blah blah bring your business value to the business. The goal here is again show the benefit. So always the first email will the first line will be a reminder and talk about an opportunity. The second line will be always talking about the benefits, and the last line will be always call to action. In the first email, it was the same thing. Okay, the first email, as you can see here, you talk about the domain, you talk about the benefits, and the last email is the call to action. The second email, you talk about and you give the reminder, then you talk about the opportunity, and then in the second line you talk about the benefits and the call to action. Okay, and you continue like this. So the first email, the first line talk about the reminder, the benefits, the second line give more benefits, and the last line you talk about you give always call to action. If you understand this anatomy, you might create multiple email, you might create many email as you want. You don't need to be perfect English speaker or perfect English writer. Okay, just get help with ChatGPT or Bard or any other AI tool, but try to modify. Don't take it copy paste. Okay, so now we will talk about some advanced practices, advanced hacks that will help you to increase the higher delivery and increase the repetition of your emails. So firstly, validate your email, because even if you do everything good and your email was not validated and you send email to email that are not working, simply your email gets bounced, and then the bounce will go take down the repetition of your email, and then simply your email will go to do spam. Second thing, use several emails for sending. I don't here recommend you to use one email or two or three. Use several email. And then recently, many tools allow one important thing that you can do is the email rotation. The email rotation is super important. What I mean by email rotation, simply when you are, like, for example, having a domain name, and this domain name you find, like, for example, 100 lead. Okay, if you try to send emails to this 100 lead using one email, you will send 100 email just by one domain. But imagine if you have 10 emails, okay, and this 100 lead, each of these 10 emails will send just 10 emails. When you are sending 10 emails per email, simply your email will not go to the spam, which means that your open rates will be increased. Okay, so this is why I always recommend that you are creating some many emails, and then you will use the email rotation. A lot of the tools that I mentioned, they use the email rotation. And even if you are doing sending email manually, you can always use the email rotation by yourself. Okay, like, for example, you take 20 email for this email, 20 email for this email, 20 email for this email, and everything like this. Also, try to use the email rotation that I just mentioned. Try to use the spin text. The spin text is very important for sending. What I mean by spin text is, like, spin text is simply giving some phrases, okay, and this tool will simply automatically change the sentence. So the servers, they always look and find that these emails are different. I will give you an example, like, for example, this one. Okay, as you can see here, example of spin text, the random. Okay, When I say random, it means I said the tool said that sometimes you will use hi, sometimes you will use hello, sometimes you will use greetings. Okay, and here in the random, sometimes you will use hi, I own the domain, this domain, blah blah, and I am looking to sell this. Okay, sometimes they will use I am the owner of the domain, blah blah. Okay, and sometimes they will use I just listed the domain name. Sometimes they will use I want. So each color means a different sentence, which means that when you are using, like for example, first time you are using the first phrase, and the second lead that you will send email to, you can use the second phrase, and the other lead that you will send, you will use the third phrase, and so on. Always the email will be looking different. And when the email will look different, simply the server will think that this is a new email. And then your email will go to the inbox, not to the spam. I don't say here that 100% will go to the inbox because no one knows that your email go to the inbox. But when you are using the email rotation and also the spin text, believe me that your repetition and the delivery rate will be higher. Okay, so that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. You might asking about the spin text. There is many tools that use the spin text. Just look for Google about email email drip campaign with spin text. You will find plenty of these emails. Okay, plenty of tools that's used in the same way.
I'm also typing one tool which I use actually.
Okay.
I have paid version of it, but this is free tool also. So we have a couple of questions like uh, uh, waiting for you to share some of your sales with average price via email outbound.
All right. I think I already shared in the second session. Okay, but mostly what I am doing is like I am selling the domains in between $200 to $500. This is the average pricing that I am doing. I might ask for more, but for me, I am always looking for the cash flow. I sell geo names, I sell exact match names, I sell first name, last names. Okay.
Okay, first name, last name also. Okay. And one question from Akshay, what is the reply rate you get after you first or second email?
I never counted, but the reply rates is always low compared to the open rates because people don't reply much. But the sometimes 5%, sometimes 2%, sometimes 10%. If I use the spin text, sometimes like for example, one campaign was 20%, but it's rare. Mostly it's below 10%.
From question from Ahmed, what to look for in automatic campaign providers? What to look, I mean,
Okay, what to look? Try to always look, which is for one important thing is here is that you can use multiple emails per user because drip campaigns or tools, they say to you that one email per user. If you want to add another email, they will ask you to pay more. Always look for tools that they give you the opportunity to add many emails in one user. This is very important to save some money.
Okay. Okay.
And of course, email rotation and the spin text.
And one question from Ashish, should we use same email for all? I mean, all prospects for that particular domain or personalization is better. Okay. And he's also mentioning as Brevo and other drip campaign SaaS software allows personalization.
If you find the name and you personalize, it's perfect. Yes. But if you don't do it, no problem. But if you do it, that's an advantage.
Right.
Okay.
And a question from Akshay, do you add direct link of domain in very
No,
first
no,
email?
no.
No.
I
Okay.
don't put direct link and I don't put price. I
Okay.
always try to make some conversation with the buyer before talking about selling and everything.
Okay. Okay. Very important question from Rohit. You prefer sending email as an owner of domain name or a
Yes.
broker of domain name?
No, as the owner of the domain.
Owner of domain
I
name.
never tried as a broker of domain, but it's good idea also. I might try it.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I mean, what to say? Where to
It
get
works.
better closing ratio.
I always use as owner. I never use it as a broker
Okay, always.
for my own
See,
domains.
see, as a broker, also, I mean, it come with, it comes with several benefits.
Mhm.
Actually, I mean, I like
So
this
I
broker
think you have a
concept very
good
much.
experience with this.
I like this concept very much, actually.
Okay.
Because in that thing you can put any price, you can do any kind of discounts you want to,
Yes.
and you can blame everything for the to the owner. Actually, you can blame owner every time, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he's I mean, any kind of things can happen with this.
You are free to do
And
anything.
you
Yes.
can be more creative when you become broker.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So
When you are doing with the broker, you are always doing it with the brand name, not with the first name, last name.
exactly. This is
Mm.
true. This is true. Okay. And what are your tips for the subject of email?
Okay. The subject line. You always, for me, I use the domain name, the keyword on the domain name, this domain name, and I use keyword. So I always make a mixture of subject line, but I always prefer that I just do the domain name as a subject line. I always do that. But sometimes I change it when I see that this person doesn't read my email and change a bit like this.
Okay. Uh, please talk about the common mistakes of a beginner while sending email.
Okay. One of the biggest mistake I see for the beginners is giving much importance to what I just explained rather than giving much importance to the quality of the domain name, which is the number one mistake that everyone do. One more thing is like people spend a lot of time searching for buyers, contacting buyers, okay, and then losing a lot of time in one domain name. Like for example, 1 week you can contact like five domain name that you can do outbound. So people spend 1 week or even 1 month in just doing outbound for one domain name, which I don't recommend. Sometimes people try to find like thousands lead for one domain. In this time, when you are trying to find 1,000 lead for one domain, you can find 100 leads for 5 domains and then contact these 100% and you might get sales. So always try to do outbound for several domains in one time. This will increase the number of sales. And also don't work on fewer domains. Sometimes people work on just 1 or 2 domains, doesn't make sense, and they say this business is not good, you cannot make money, and then they will change the business model. So always work on several domain names and you will make sales. Okay.
Okay, one question from Shoaib. Questions
Shaib.
about
Okay.
FNLN domains outbounding. There
Okay.
are so many people with same name on social media, LinkedIn. How to shortlist potential buyers for email? I mean, among thousands of people, how to shortlist them?
Okay. Of course, if you can find a way to contact all these people, it will be perfect. But I know that it is not possible because you have thousands of people, but try to look and contact people that they are interested that their names show up on the internet. Like, for example, people that are like, for example, a CEO of a company, a president of a company, an artist, a lawyer, a singer, a broker, a realtor. Okay, this person, they are interested that their name show up in the internet. When they will use a business card, they will put their first name, last name. The image of showing the first name, last name will be good for them. Okay, so don't contact, like, for example, students. Can you unmute? Almost okay. Don't contact, like, for example, students. Don't contact, like, for example, people that they are not interested in owning a domain name. That's it. Any other questions?
What do you prefer, manually marketing or marketing by hunter?
Both. Some, because I believe that if you are doing outbound for many domains, it is very good to make sales. So you program and you do a drip campaign, okay? And this drip campaign is already working. Then in this time, you will not sit and do nothing. Send email manually for, like, for example, 3 or 5 domains, and the drip campaign is also sending emails. It means you do it both of them, mixer of them, and then you will make a lot of sales. Okay.
Okay. And question from Rohit, what is your sale through ratio you getting these days, especially for Geo EMD domain names?
Okay.
What
For now,
percentage of
it's
domain you sell?
2 months I didn't do outbound. Okay, but before that, the sell-through rate was from 30, okay, to 50% of the domain that I do outbound. Okay, like this.
What was the rate?
30 to 50%.
30 to 50% of the
Oh.
portfolio you sell.
Yes, of outbound.
Like if you have 100 domains, you sell 30 domains out of them.
Yes, but I don't do outbound 400 domains directly. But like, for example, if I do outbound for 10 domains, I sell 3.
Okay, if you do outbound for 10 domains, you sell 3.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I mean good STR, I can say.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the more domain you work on it, the more sales you will make.
Okay. And P.
It's like arbitrage. It's like arbitrage.
Okay. P. Akshay is asking, do you have any links in your cold email, including signature, like link of your LinkedIn?
Yes. Yes, I put the signature. I put link of LinkedIn. I put link of Twitter. And even I create, like, if you go right now, ayoubkihel.com, you will find that I create a portfolio, like I am a business, a domain consultant that's explaining everything and everything.
Okay.
Okay, but this is just for the design. This is not the thing that will make you sales. What will make you sales? The good domain, the good buyer, and an email write it correctly.
Exactly. And question from Nikhil Kehel, should we use American names or our original names?
I am using my original name with no problem.
Yeah, I also use original name when we outbound to startups, businesses, and for bulk things, our team member use their real name actually. Real name, a real company name, real LinkedIn page, real phone number, real WhatsApp number. Everything is real actually.
Yes, even our name, like Arabic name or even Indian names, people living in the US and they are named J, Ayub, John, Hitech, no problem. Okay.
Ayub, hi guys, I have a question and an idea. Can I speak? Yes, Ayub, you can speak.
Okay.
Ayub, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
الدراج
So,
معانا
ماشي مشكل لونج اخي
سيرة.
باش يفهموني الدراري. So I have a question and an idea that could be good to implement. For example, I have a list of more than 1,000 emails that I collected from to do outbound marketing for some domain names related to one service. And I use every day I use mail merge or manual methods to send emails. Mail merge allows sending just 100 a day. So I also have another Gmail's accounts that I use, so I could send more, like 400 or 500 emails a day, and benefit from them as well. My question is there any service that allows you to send the bulk of emails and ensures that they will show up in the primary inbox and not in the spam folder? And I know a lot of services that you already shared. Just I wanted you to recommend one of them. And additionally, I have an idea. When you want to sell a domain name, use it in the email you use for outbound marketing. For example, if you want to sell service.com, use that email address, contacts @ask or
Yes.
@service.com. This could make it more attractive for the buyer if it's a good idea to know how to do it. You know how, of course, because you already own the domain name, so you could use it for marketing like this.
Yes. So for the first question, yes, you might use different emails, like I just mentioned in the rotation. If you want to use some other companies' SMTP servers, okay? Like for example, you are using 10 email accounts, and then you do rotation between these emails to send emails, okay? This will be also good, but you might create your own SMTP server to send, but the 100% of sending this to the inbox will not be quite sure. Okay, so for me, it is very important that you use several emails and rotate between these emails so you can send without any problem. Okay, for the second part, which is contacting using the same domain name, it's also very good idea, but for me, you need to do it like slowly, because sometimes if you try to send many emails and this email is newly created, these emails will not, the reputation of the email will not be quite bigger. Okay, so this is why try to send it like slowly until you get good repetition of your email. Okay, so I hope it's clear.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Your English is good, bro.
Thanks.
All right. Any other questions?
I have one question, like how to use cold calls for us Moroccans. Question from Joseph.
Okay. Recently, okay, before now, I was using second line application, and I was using text now. But for now, I am using my own Moroccan phone number. But I don't call I don't do the cold call. When I call the buyer, I call the buyer in two situations. When the buyer asked me how much, okay, I call them to close the deal, or even if I fix a deal with the buyer and then I try to call them so he get trust and then purchase the domain. But calling the buyer without any further connection between me and them, I don't do it. But I call using my Moroccan phone number. You can also use some other tools like Skype, like Google Voice, like more other applications that give you an American phone number. But it doesn't matter. Your Moroccan number can work with no problem.
Okay. How to arrange follow-ups when you send manually?
This is why I mentioned that you need to track your email. When you track your email, you will see that this person read your email and this person doesn't read your email. Okay, if the person read your email, you will send a follow-up. If this person doesn't read your email, you send another email with another subject line. I think I already explained this month of Ramadan. I have made a full session, send in directly, manual send in. I might share with you the link. It has a translation, so maybe it will be helpful for all of you.
Mhm. Question from Mustafa. Even if you use your own SMTP and very warmed, it it is advisable from the leader of email marketing to not send more than 150 emails or 200 emails.
Yes, to keep the repetition, but you might increase it a bit again and again. But the problem with the SMTP is the IP even sometimes gets blacklisted. Sometimes the IP, the SMTP give much, they are worried about this IP. So this is why always try to send it and increase a bit more and more. Okay, if you see that this server is blacklisted, you might stop until the server forgets about your IP and then send it. So always, guys, always use different providers of sending. Send with the Gmail, send with the SMTP, send with the Yahoo. All the sources that you will find to send email, use it. Don't use one source of sending. Okay.
And a question from Akshay, do you keep watch on blacklist? Amex Toolbox
For
providers
the
for
professional
sending
email,
email.
yes. For the Gmail email, no. For
Okay.
the free email, I don't use it.
Question from HM. I do warm up almost all emails and opening rate was 15 to 18%.
Try the rotation and the spin text, and the open rate will increase. I promise you.
Okay. Okay.
So I hope that everything is clear. If you have any questions, let me know. In the next session, we will talk about
Next session, I think you'll talk about
the negotiation,
negotiation, closing the deal.
handling the objection, closing the deals. If you see all the sessions that we have made, it's a full course, full free course that you will it will help you to get more sales. If you watch all the session and you don't make sales, then simply you are not good workers.
Okay. And I like, from your email, I like this line. I'm contacting several businesses, including you.
Yes, it's a
It's like
FOMO.
you're warning them by my email. You're creating FOMO this way.
Yes, yes. I
Uh,
always use different lines.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Question from someone, Mustafa, how to display my photo on my Zoom profile? Just,
Go to your profile on Zoom.
mouse over your profile or go to your profile on Zoom and
عزم
click,
عليها.
click photo.
Yes, go to profile on Zoom and then you will change it. Okay.
Jessa, this session is about outbounding. My question is outside that. You may ignore if you find it irrelevant. Question, which parameters you see in FNLN domains apart from LinkedIn search for number of people for that certain name? See, from LinkedIn is main thing for FNLN, right? Apart from, you can Google also, Google, Insta, you can do as well. But LinkedIn is important parameter for FNLN name because
will
only
just
professional people can buy your name.
We'll just add one more thing. Even if you find this first name, last name has a search volume and cost per click, it's also good.
Okay.
Not importantly that you need to find it, but if you find it, that's good. It's a good parameter.
CPC, you mean to say?
Yeah, not necessarily CPC, but search volume. It means that people are searching for the first name, last name.
Okay. Yeah, ठीक है. And question from Akshay, has it ever happened that after dropping a domain, you got reply
Yes.
from prospect? Yes, many times.
Many times.
Many times. And sometime I also sold some domain names in the past after back ordering that domain. Actually, it happened to me recently.
Yes, and also sometimes the domain gets sold in the redemption period. Okay.
Sometime it also.
It was dropped. The buyer was thinking that, like, when it's arrived, like for example, 1 June, okay, the domain will be dropped. He don't understand that the domain will go the cycle of redemption, the grass period. He will thinking that the domain will simply, until the day it will expire, it will be available. He don't know about the other things. So when he wait, like for example 1 month, and he see that this domain is not dropped, he will go directly and purchase the domain, and then you will need to
Exactly.
go and recover the domain, pay the penalty,
Yeah,
and then
it happened to my several domainer friend. They sold that domain name in redemption period, and sometimes they pay their $80 or $100 fee and restore the domain. Actually, it is very common practice when you have a good number of portfolio, right?
yes,
So,
sometimes. Okay.
question from Ahmed. When a prospect has the budget but he keeps negotiating, what do I do to convince him? You must attend next webinar. Question from Hicham Aburi. The buyer asked me, where do you live?
Yes, tell him the truth.
Should I tell him the
No.
truth?
Yes, tell him the truth, no problem.
But don't give them your home address actually.
Yeah, they will send
I
the
don't
police to
want
you.
them to come with gun or something like that.
There is a guy asked me
Yes, yes.
ask me about where do you live? I say Morocco. He say,
Okay.
you have a chance. If you were in America, I will come to you and kill you.
Okay. See, there is one incident happened in America, I guess. One person, got one domain transferred
Mhm.
by pointing the gun. That was real incident actually.
What was the domain?
Domain name, I think that was 3-letter or 1-word domain name. Let me Google it.
The Mafia of Domain Names. Good title. So I will, because I have a session, I have a program on my YouTube channel. I talk about stories of the domain, so it
Okay.
might be good story. So I can
Okay,
share with my audience.
gunpoint domain hijack turns out to have been a family affair. Okay, there's a story. Man tries to steal domain name at gunpoints and gets 14 years of prison.
14 years of prison.
Yeah, I'm sharing that link also.
Okay. All right. That's good.
So question from Mustafiz. Sometimes buyer, yes, I'm interested, but later on they don't reply. What should we do? Just keep following up.
Sometimes he talk with his wife
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say
yeah.
to him, don't buy the domain.
And a comment from Rohit Goel. Thanks, Ayub, for the session. Just wanted to add one thing. Sometime this line we are contacting other businesses owner as well, work in a negative way as buyer takes in their ego that she is not the only person being contacted. Okay.
Where is it? I don't see. Okay.
Yosef, do you marketing your domain for groups in social media?
Group social media, no, but Facebook pages, yes, no problem.
Okay. P. Akshay, so you don't recommend keeping your who is public, right?
No, I keep it.
You can
You have to.
who is public. Nobody is coming to your home. You can just remove your exact home address or exact floor. Okay, that's all for tonight. And I hope, you have enjoyed and you have gained some knowledge from this webinar. And thank you so much, Ayub, for your valuable time. Okay, and we'll be coming up with the, fantastic webinar soon with Mr. Kehel. Right? Thank you all. Thank you, Kehel.
Thank you, Jay, and thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure here to be here with you and to practice my English because I don't talk English very, very well. Okay, I'm trying my best to keep it simple. So thank you, guys. And if you have any questions,
And how should I improve my Arabic then?
just talk to me. You know some Arabic words?
Some I know, but I've been to Morocco actually. Morocco
When?
in some part of Arabic countries as well.
Okay.
I've been to Marrakesh. I've been to Casablanca.
I live in Casablanca, so you have to come again.
So fantastic. I mean, country food and that Moroccan tea. And I have visited that mosque also.
Yes, Hassan too.
Yeah, I forgot. Right.
Yes,
So
the biggest one.
fantastic place. Mosque, which was seaside mosque.
Seaside, yes. So you are always welcome to come again and again. Just let me know, and I'll make you visit some more places, not famous places that
No problem.
you
We
will
will
love.
do, offline meetup sometime in Casablanca.
Yes, I always do some meetups in every city I visit here in Morocco. Even tomorrow, I will have a session with some of my audience in Casablanca. So we talk about domain name, outbound, and everything. You will be in the next events of Dubai next November.
Next November, maybe.
Okay. So it will be the domain days events. So I will be there.